All right, today we are diving into what it looks like when a project goes into overdrive. We're talking about the anatomy of a blitzscale. In just the last few days, the DeFi project Strike has just unleashed this incredible series of major announcements. And it really shows us what a project in full-on growth mode looks like. So let's break it all down. So what does it look like when a crypto project just slams its foot on the accelerator? Well, we're about to see a real-time example of a team that is pushing on every single front at once. We're talking product, we're talking hiring, and we're talking community. You know, it's a classic case of a blitz scale, where you prioritize sheer speed over everything else to capture a huge market before anyone else can even react. And it all kicks off with a massive technical breakthrough. See, after building their foundation over on Cardano, Strike is now making this incredibly aggressive move into a totally new ecosystem, Solana. Solana is known for its crazy high speed and super low transaction fees. And this is just their opening shot in a much, much bigger campaign. And get this isn't some vague promise on a roadmap for, 6 months from now. They are launching a public testnet next week. That means native support for major Solana wallets like Phantom is right around the corner. This could potentially unlock their platform for a huge new wave of users and honestly challenge other players in that ecosystem almost overnight. But here's the thing. This whole Solana integration, it's not happening in a vacuum. Nope. It's just one piece of a much larger, perfectly coordinated 4-part strategy that's designed to fuel their entire next phase of growth. And here's the blueprint itself. First, finish the core V2 product. That means getting multi-chain integration working for Cardano, Ethereum, and Solana, plus public liquidity. Second, sign deals with major market makers to make sure the liquidity is deep. Third, hire key people to actually lead growth on these new chains. And finally, fourth, launch a killer mobile app for super easy trading. I mean, it is a comprehensive and incredibly aggressive plan.
Okay, so you've got this big plan. But a plan is only as good as the people and the infrastructure you have in place to actually make it happen, right? So let's take a look at how Strike is building the engine to power this massive expansion. They're basically executing a 2-pronged attack here by hiring dedicated growth leads for both Solana and Ethereum. They need somebody who can own the entire go-to-market strategy on Solana. We're talking driving users, volume, and building all those key relationships. And they've also said they're hiring for a similar role for Ethereum, which signals a really serious financial and strategic commitment to becoming a true multi-chain player. And remember Pillar 2, deep liquidity? Well, the project just reported that their custom market maker bot is already built and it's in its final testing phase. Now, this is an absolutely crucial piece of tech. It's what's needed to provide those tight spreads and low slippage that will attract serious, high-volume traders and all the capital they bring with them. So with the strategy and the engine in place, it is time to ignite that momentum. Strike is now turning all of this back-end work into real user activity and, you guessed it, community excitement. And what better way to do that than a trading campaign, right? They're giving away $10,000 in trading credits. They're even offering a free $10 to anyone who just drops their wallet address. It's a classic, super effective way to bootstrap activity and get the community totally fired up. And it really seems to be working. They recently announced a new all-time high trade on the platform, a single trade worth 1.2 million ADA. Now, that's not just a big number. It's a powerful social signal. It shows growing trust and proves there's institutional level capacity on the platform. And that 4th pillar, the mobile app, also right on the verge of delivery. The team says it's, and I quote, pretty much done, just waiting for that green light from the iOS App Store. You know, in a market where so much happens on the go, this isn't just another feature. It is a massive milestone that's going to dramatically improve accessibility for everyone. All of this incredible momentum, it really begs the question, what's the end game here? And to understand where they're going, I think it's really helpful to remember where they've come from. To really get their ambition, you have to remember this is not a new project. The team started from absolute scratch to become the top DeFi project on Cardano, leading by pretty much every metric, market cap, volume, you name it. And now they're framing their new V2 platform as being at least 10 times better than their already successful V1. And that V1 wasn't just for show. According to the team, it generated about $1 million in fees, and all of it was paid out directly to the protocol stakers. That track record doesn't just show that they can build a profitable protocol. It also shows their commitment to sharing that success with their community. Their ambition couldn't be clearer, and it's right there in their own words.
But now our sights are on the global crypto industry and establishing ourselves as a household name. Their success on a single chain, that was just the beginning. The goal now is to take that proven model and compete on a truly global scale.
So we kind of end where we started. We've seen the strategy, we've seen the execution, and we've seen the ambition. With the engine just firing on all cylinders, the question is no longer if Strike can grow, but really just how far can this blitz scale take them. Thanks for watching this breakdown.